have Josh Grieser here today. He's a sports official for NAU. He does basketball games. Is that
Pretty much everything.
everything?
Yeah, I've officiated almost everything that we have at NAU. So.
Oh, cool. How did you find this job? Intramural sports.
I've been playing intramurals since I first got here, and after playing for a semester, I got into officiating, and then after officiating, I ended up getting hired on as a supervisor. So I've been doing all aspects of intramurals. So.
For someone like me who has no idea what you guys do, what do you do?
Well, pretty much what we do, our job description is we officiate the games, but then it goes above and beyond that. We're signing participants in, which includes checking their IDs, making sure they're NAU students, getting them signed in, making sure that if people have any rule clarifications, they can come to us and we're comfortable answering anything about the rules, stuff like that. Obviously, the meat and potatoes of it is actually being out there and officiating, blowing your whistle, stuff like that. So.
What rule is broken the most when you guys are officiating? Like, what comes up the most?
What comes up the most? In basketball or just in any sport?
In basketball.
In basketball, I'd say that the issue that comes up the most is probably just kids that don't necessarily know how to play the game properly, and so then you get a lot of blocking fouls, like on defense and stuff like that. I mean, that's probably one of the calls that's called the most. We also have been working really hard on it, but trying to deal with sportsmanship issues. We've been really pushing sportsmanship, trying to promote good sportsmanship between our participants, between both teams and stuff like that. Officiating's fun just because I grew up playing sports, and it was one of those things where I wanted to check out a different aspect of the game, and officiating was one way where it was just an eye-opener. You got to see the game from a completely different perspective.
Has anybody tried to pick a fight with you or something because you called something that they didn't agree with?
On more than one occasion, stuff like that has happened. No fights have been picked with me, but you're always going to have teams that disagree with your calls. I mean, obviously you make one call and the other team, the team that is against, they're not going to like that very much. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's just part of the job. You just get to deal with it,
Why do referees wear stripes?
I think the biggest reason is because you get a lot of teams wear all different colored jerseys, and if you're wearing black and white stripes, it's pretty easy to distinguish who their official is. In soccer, you often see them wearing yellow. I have no idea why they wear yellow, but it kind of varies by sport. Like football and basketball, you're going to see them in stripes like this, but in baseball, they wear the blue polos, because that's why they get the nickname blue. So it just kind of depends on the sport. A few moves, like if a three-point shot attempt is up, you put up 3. If they make it, then you go it's a made field goal like that. If you call it a foul, you go up like that after you blow your whistle.
So you blow a whistle and then you go up.
Yeah, you go up.
Okay.
And then when you walk over to the scorer's table, fouls on 1-1, stuff like that. If it's like a blocking foul, you go right here on your hips.
So would you blow the whistle first and then you block the
foul? Every time you call a foul, you're always going to blow your whistle because it's a stop in the play.
Okay.
And you want the players to stop what they're doing so that it doesn't allow them to start arguing and get in their faces and stuff like that. So it's a foul, you put your hand behind your head and point the other direction. And that's like if someone's driving to score a basket and they run over the defensive player. So, I mean, those are just a couple of the signals that we use for basketball.
Is there any really goofy ones, like a little dance? Or
There's none that you do really dance. My favorite all-time signal, it's from football, it's tripping. You put your foot behind your other foot like that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite call to make. I've made it once. Just because it's really goofy. I mean, it's tripping on the on the offensive defense. That's just kind of a goofy one. It's a weird signal. No one knows it.
Do any of them not make sense at all? Why would you what's with the hand? The hand is behind the head, and then does it matter which hand too? If you do it the wrong hand?
It doesn't really matter. It's just as long as you get the hand back and point the other direction so they know it's offensive foul going the other direction. So probably one of the coolest things I saw was last year during the playoffs was a guy went up and pretty much over somebody and was able to dunk, and that was just pretty impressive because you don't get to see that very often in intramural sports. So I mean, you see it all the time in the NBA and college, but
Can you dunk?
I cannot dunk. The best thing about officiating is, you know, once you start to feel comfortable doing it, you're in control of the game. I mean, not necessarily saying that you control the game with your calls or anything like that, but like it's your game. You know, the players have to listen to you. You command the respect and stuff like that. It's just a fun way to be a part of a sporting event. You know, so.
That's about it for now. Again, this is Josh, and he's a sports official.